y'all? Welcome back to Rooted in Nature. So it's October, which means the frost is right around the corner. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 simple things you can do before the frost comes to protect and extend your harvest. Okay, y'all. So the first thing you should know when before to prepare is your first average frost date. For me, in zone 8A, it usually happens around November 1st. But remember when y'all seeing this date, it's an average. So it can happen before or after. So just stay aware. So what I would do is just watch the weather forecast to see. Okay, tip number 2 is to harvest your frost tender plants. So like here I have some bell peppers I could harvest. I would harvest all this, and I am gonna harvest all these before the frost comes. So that could also include peppers, cucumbers, green beans, what else? Melons, anything like that. They're all frost tender. They can't take a frost. If they take a frost, they'll get damaged and or ruined. And y'all, even if your peppers or tomatoes are not ready, like they're not red or fully ripened, you can actually take them inside and they will eventually ripen. Even green tomatoes. Okay, and the next one is protect the plants you want to keep. So if you're having a hard frost or something like that, I'm going to protect these because I do want to keep them. The most I will do is put a bucket over them. But you can put sheets, buckets, old milk containers, something like that over them. But you actually don't want to keep it on them all day. You only want to do it at like the last hour of the day, because you don't want them getting too hot. And it's going to cause like a greenhouse effect. And you need to take them off early in the morning so they don't get too hot during the day, or they will burn up. Now y'all, I will say, tip number 4 kind of goes in with tip number 3, which is mulching your fall crops or cold hardy crops. So what that means is, even though they might be cold hardy, you want them to grow faster, I guess is the word. Like because you want to protect the roots. So like if you put mulch on top of it, it keeps the soil underneath warm, even though the top of the soil might be cold. Down deep under there by the roots, it is warm. So it helps push out new growth and helps make the harvest that you're waiting for at the top of the soil. For mulch, you could use leaves, which is like a free mulch. You can just go to the woods, get them. Like over there, y'all see all them leaves on the ground already? It's kind of crazy how much leaves has already fallen, and it's only October, the beginning of October. The night's only getting like 50, high 50s at night here. Anyway, so mulch could be leaves, straw, stuff like that. Now, another thing you want to really mulch, which I wouldn't mulch these here in Second Zone 8A unless, like I wanted to and I had extra stuff, like extra mulch. The first thing I would mulch would be my carrots, my in-ground stuff, because I don't want the ground really freezing too much, because carrots, when the ground freezes, they cannot grow. Their roots cannot push through the frozen ground. So you don't want the ground to freeze. I don't know if y'all can see, but right there I have some beets. I'm going to put mulch around these as soon as they get bigger. Like, since they get a good size, I'm putting mulch around them. So, yep, put them around root crops. Here I have carrots. Now these might be done before the frost, but if they're not, I'm going to come through, put mulch in here to keep the ground warm still. And here's a potato that's coming up. The third thing I can say you should do before the frost comes is plant cool, loving, or cold weather crops. Like, all this in this bed is cold weather crops. So cabbage, celery, collards, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, all that. Lettuce, I think is one. All that. Plant them. And they can take a light frost, and some can even take a hard frost. So just know and read through what you're planting. Now, the last things I can say has to do is raised beds, which would be prep them for the winter. So mulch them, even if they have nothing in them. Pull all the weeds, mulch them, and let it sit for the spring. And in the springtime, all you have to do is just pull back the mulch, and your soil is ready to plant in. Now, what I did in previous years, not out here at my other house, but my raised beds, I would put mulch on them, and then I'd put the fertilizer, put mulch down, and then over the winter, the fertilizer went into the soil, and then when it was time to plant, the fertilizer automatically went into the plants. So there you go, y'all. 6 simple things you can do before the first frost. Harvest what you can, protect what you can keep or want to keep, and get your garden ready for the spring. Your raised beds for the spring. Which of these are you going to do first? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gardening tips and content, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.